Hey, let's go out to Denver and speak with Phil. Phil, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you? Do we have Phil?
Hey, I'm here, Steve.
Hey, perfect. How are you? How are you today?
I'm doing great, Steve. Thank you.
And tell me how I can help you.
I was wondering if you could look at T AT&T.
Yep. And what are you doing?
Well, I'm looking to see if this thing will retrace down to 3250-ish area. I'd like to. There's been some insider buying in this, and I would like to pick this up if I could on some kind of a retracement here.
So, if this is going to retrace, first let's take a look at where it's going to find support on any kind of retracement, so that you can use that as your gauge. Because certainly today you've got a bearish reversal candle. Where is that occurring? It's occurring near an area where AT&T had recently broke down. When I say recently broke down, I'm coming back to the trading session of June the 13th when this thing had gapped to the downside. I would have expected price to get up to 34.08. It didn't do that today. It got up to a high of 33.96. Nonetheless, a signal that, okay, maybe it's not ready to bust out through that level of resistance. Support on this is going to be 33.26. That is the top of the weekly profile. You're at 33.47. You're probably looking for a deeper retracement than that. Is that correct?
Yes, I definitely would like to. If I could possibly get it in the 3250, 33 area, would be great.
So if that's going to occur, this is what you get to watch for. You'll need to see a close on a weekly basis below 33.26. Now, that doesn't mean you can't see it occur intra-week, but you want to see a close below that level. If that takes place, then your target probably becomes 32.10 to 32.21, and that's what I would be looking at. So right now, what we don't have is any kind of a signal to say that that is what is going to take place today. Yes, we have a bearish daily candle out here as we speak, but that's not enough evidence for me that it is ready to pull back. But I can't suggest that you chase it high here either. So you're looking for about 32.50. If that's going to happen, you're going to need to see it close below 33.26. Okay, my friend?
Hey, thank you, Steve. Hey, if you have a chance, could you look at, I took a position in Great Panther today.
Yeah, sure.
GPL.
Yeah, and tell me, did you get in at the open?
I got in at about 91 cents.
Okay, it's trading at about 94. Hey, we're going to a break right now. Why don't you hold on? We'll take a look at GPL together. Great Panther Silver with Phil in Denver when we get back from this break. Hey, we're on the line with Phil in Denver, Colorado, and Phil has entered a long trade. Did that this morning inside of Great Panther Silver, around 90 cents a trade at 94. Now, Phil, are you able to see my screens on Tiger TV by any chance?
Yes.
Okay, so the first screen that we're looking at is just kind of to step through this thing one at a time. This is our correlation screen, and it allows us to correlate two different instruments. In this case here, we're taking a look at Great Panther Silver versus the continuous contract for silver. In the bottom portion of the screen, when a bar is above zero, tells us that the two are directionally correlated, either to the upside or the downside. Now, on this correlation chart, I can use a average period of time. Right now, it's set to 10. If I set this to 5 as an example, there's 5. If I set this to 20 days, which would be about a monthly chart out here, you can just see how well correlated price movement is. So we know that there's a directional correlation there. Why does that matter? Well, it's going to matter. We go take a look at the next chart out here, because the most important thing, Phil, that you and I can do, that any trader or investor can do, the most important skill that we need to acquire is the ability to be able to identify support and resistance. That is the most important thing. And you and I have several tools that we can use. One of those tools is our TAS market profiles. Those are basically hidden levels of support and resistance where there is mathematically buyers and sellers, and it just simply gives you and I a competitive advantage. What we know about silver right now, in order for your trade to work out with a high degree of probability, because of the correlation, silver must close above resistance. Resistance in the daily silver contract is $14.40. This is 14.395 on my screen out here. The actual high today is 14.375. So far, what you see is silver up at resistance. If you didn't back up the truck inside of GPL, and you want to build a position in GPL, if silver's unable to break through 1439, it's very likely to pull back to 1413 to 1405. That would have been the more preferred place for you to have taken a trade in something like GPL versus when price is right up against resistance. Now, maybe, just maybe, price is going to break through it and you're going to be just fine. But what I'm suggesting is it's very possible you're actually going to see a little bit of heat here. I'm not saying to exit it. I'm just hoping that you didn't over position size yourself, inside this trade right now because of that correlation. Does that kind of make sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
For sure.
So if it does pull back, I don't want you to kind of freak out there. I want you to expect it and anticipate it. Think of that Heinz 57 commercial, anticipation, And because that's what you have to do as a trader. So right now, silver's not been able to take out resistance. If you can't bust it out, it's going to maybe try to bust them down. Silver has been trading sideways for 2, 4, 6, 7 for an entire week and a half now, trading day wise. So that's what you're looking for. And again, I would say I would consider adding to GPL or taking a new position inside GPL at between 1405 and 1413. The problem is, as much as you would like to do that, this is the futures contract, and you might see that price level hit at 2 in the morning. So you're not going to be able to have that opportunity. So sometimes you can't really time your entry into an equity position based upon what the futures contract is doing, because the futures contract has a different time frame horizon in which it operates. Okay? Does that kind of help you with regard to how we would take a look at that trade, that equity? Doesn't even matter to me what GPL is trading at right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Hey, perfect. Glad to have helped.
Thank you very much, Steve. That's great analysis.
Okay. You're welcome, and thanks for calling and call anytime. And best of luck with the great Panther Silver.